Good evening, respected judges. Myself Kshitij Mahajan, a student of 2020 batch of IIT Goa, and I am hereby presenting to you Start Exchange. Now you might be wondering, what is Start Exchange? Start Exchange is a common platform where startup owners can find donations and investors can find some interesting projects to invest in. Uh, the project is built on the security and trust of decentralized blockchains, Matic, Polygon in this case. So you can do various things right here from the home screen so as well. Like list your own startup, see minimum ask. So you might be wondering, what is this minimum ask? Like when you open a startup, you want to have a minimum value that you want from the user, like the minimum value of the equity to get an equity to get a share. So that would be a minimum ask. Let's say one metric in this case, and list. Let's add its gas fee property. Let's keep it high so that we will get the callback in less than 15 seconds or so. Yeah, let's confirm this. And you can see the button is spinning left. It's an indication. It's an indication that the callback is still going on. Oh, we are done. Now there is a catch here that I want to tell you. Whenever we create a new camping instance, we have to terminate this so that a new route is created for this. Now you might not be getting what I'm saying right here. So let me go into deep while a little detail while the process is going on. So what I'm eventually doing is I created a new request, new startup instance, and these startups actually have dynamic addresses. And to add these dynamic addresses here, we have this routes.js. And to update this, we first terminate our server and then restart it again. So let's view the startup. There are quite a few things to be seen. This address, owner address, it's the address of owner who listed the startup and can create request. Now I'll come on what to later about what I request. The minimum ask that we talked about, the minimum amount of matic that you have to pay to be listed as investor and to have a say. Total funds, total funds that are startup contract or basically startup as gap. The total number of requests and total number of investors. Now I would like to show this form right here, this form through which you can invest in the startup. Now unfortunately I've lost all my test currency, so I might not be able to do this right now, but let's do something else. I'll choose something interesting. Insufficient funds, like I told. Let's reject the call. And see, here you can see the error handling we have done. Okay, let's go back to the startup list. On this startup, We have created request, we have invested, see, total number of funds, request, minimum amounts, number of investors. Now let's view request and finally okay, tell you guys what is request. Okay, now requests are actually a spending request that the owner creates in order to withdraw money specified in the amount column from the campaign and transfer it to the specified recipient right here. So why do we create these requests? Like we know that there might be many Web2 based products that provide the same solution. Like Kickstart, there is a problem. Many of the campaigns that are created in Kickstarts are actually fraud and money doesn't go to any vendor. Over there, the money goes into bank account of the creator that he might permanently take away. So all your money gone. But not here. Here, the owner creates a request which then needs approval of the investors. See, here's the approve button, and when you get a majority vote, like here, only then you can finalize the request. Here it's 0.01 way, a 0.01 matic, but I don't even have that much amount right now, so I just have to reject this one right here. And you can't finalize this one as well, not because of lack of funds. No, MetaMask might be showing that we were not able to estimate gas fee. There might be an error in the contract, and this transaction may fail. So, this message shows that the MetaMask is aware that this transaction is going to fail because this one is an inbuilt function of MetaMask that tells that this request is going to fail because we don't have any majority vote right here. So obviously it's going to fail. A create request form that you can type description for what you want. Like we had guitar, drums, bass. Let's say we want to violin as well, and violin cost like 0.01 matic. Well, it doesn't actually. And create a request. Let's see. Edit the gas settings. We don't have much time. So high. And this one. Again, you can see a loading that tells a call is being made, and we are trying to fetch the data to our user. So you shouldn't be refreshing or something. Here, we have a new request. We can then approve, finalize. If we had enough test data left, uh, and there is the GitHub repository that I created, link of which I've already shared. This is the address to which I have deployed my contract on the Polygon chain, and this address is visible on Polygon Mumbai testnet. I can show, let's see, I can show the app structure over here. Maybe, let's see, I've used Next.js components for different different things. So with this, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you everyone for listening.